That's funny.
So you were talking about your steak bowl thing?
Yeah, the Southwest Steak Bowl.
I made one that night.
Nice.
Yeah,
It was good,
it was good.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was your guys' friendship dinner.
French dinner.
Yes, our friendship dinner. We should have more of those.
More friendship dinners.
Well, we do friendship Instagram reels.
Yeah, we recorded some new reels. Posted the first one just now.
Beignets apparently is the most popular one so far, right?
Yeah, people have liked the beignet reel that we did.
That one was funny. I enjoyed editing that one.
I don't know what to do sometimes. Where he doesn't know what Step Brothers is. I don't like beignets.
I don't understand why it's a big deal that I didn't know Step Brothers. I just don't watch a lot of movies. I watch I'm watching the X-Men. We're rewatching the X-Men movies now.
Maybe watch Step Brothers.
Yeah,
I don't know Eric's humor fully quite yet, but I don't know if he would find it as funny as you and I.
yeah, that's probably fair. I'm trying to think of the funniest movie that I...
It would, yeah.
Like, it is pretty, dumb humor.
It is. The whole scene with, did you touch my drum?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to watch just once. You can just watch it once. It's like Pacific Rim. I love Pacific Rim. I've watched that movie 50 times. And if you ask me why, it's who doesn't love Godzilla versus Transformers?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I know. But I feel like I would like that more. I mean, I like X-Men, I like Lord of the Rings, I like Star Wars. I don't feel like Godzilla versus Transformers is significantly out of the realm.
That's
unless
it.
It's,
I'm
unless
Legolas,
it's a
that's
parody.
Gimli.
Legolas and Gimli. So, welcome back to episode 7 of Property Pairings with Eric Kinzler and
Mike Pavone.
Mr. Not Doctor.
No, yeah,
Don't
just
get
Mr.
confused. Although there is a Dr. Eric Kinzler.
But it's not you.
No.
So, there you go.
That's fair. I mean, there's another Mike Pavone real estate agent.
I know, he's
so-
up in Canada.
Really?
Yeah. He's been in a couple years longer than I have.
BC or?
I think so. I think it was BC.
Oh, he's on the side?
He's on this side, yeah.
Oh, not the competition. Just kidding.
If I ever saw him. Be nice to meet you.
Keep passport close.
Yeah, right? How was your week?
Week has been several things going on. So that's always good. Staying busy. Early mornings. Dentists. Sellers. Paperwork. Appointments. Inspections.
Dealing with me.
Dealing with you. Mike's projects. Which there's always a Mike something. Even though he won't ask, he'll be like, "Oh, do you know about blah blah blah?" Which is, in my opinion, it's sort of like a side. Can you figure this out? But I'm just going to ask if you know.
You volunteered.
You wouldn't pose the question if you didn't want a solution to it.
No, I pose the question because I have a question. When you say, "Hey, I can help out with this," that usually opens a door to, "Okay, can you help me figure out this problem?"
Yeah.
I would have stumbled through it otherwise.
It's twofer. Yeah, I enjoy helping. It makes me feel good.
Well, he's exceptionally good at it too.
Tell me.
I'm getting Doppler effect from your sweater today too.
Doppler effect.
Do you know the Big Bang Theory episode where Sheldon's wearing the striped shirt and it's the Doppler effect? Or is that a cultural reference? Have you seen Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't watched it multiple times, saw it once.
I'm going to pull the clip up for you later.
Okay.
Meow.
Okay.
It'll make sense when you see the clip.
Yeah.
I think I stopped watching Big Bang Theory after 2 seasons in high school. I was just like, you know what? I think it ran its course for me pretty early on.
Huh.
I do remember liking it. I liked Sheldon a lot. I thought he was just over the top and crazy.
Yeah.
By the 7th or 8th season, I was getting a little over it.
Yeah.
I think they made it to 10. I think is what they made it to, or 12, something like that.
Well, it went from like a whole bunch of nerdy guys to then it's like, all right, we got the nerdy guys. Now we have their girlfriends. And so then you start going into the side things because it's like, okay, we always have to introduce a love interest. And nope, regardless of what, you could watch a war movie and there's going to be some sort of love interest that has to take over.
I still like the way in like the first season they introduce, oh, that girl from Blossom. She's like super smart and has a doctor or whatever, and then she actually gets cast as a character.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was cool. A little foreshadowing there.
My show was always How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, I didn't watch.
I never got in. I watched a lot of it, but I couldn't fully.
I watched the whole thing, and like that one I got into, but I can't remember at what point it was. I think in like college, I had a friend be like, "Yeah, I just can't really do shows that have laugh tracks." Ever since he said that.
They all do. They all use.
I cannot watch anything with a laugh track.
My mother-in-law, no go with the laugh track.
They use the. It's like a known laugh track from like the 40s or the 50s, I think is what they use. I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty positive if I remember there is a known laugh track. They've been using it for like 80 years. And it's trippy because everybody laughing in this thing is past.
Yeah.
So it's just the voices of a bunch of dead people laughing. Anyways.
I mean, I don't
probably
think
cut
they're
that
all
part out.
dead from the 40s. They're probably still.
If they were like in their 30s or 40s, in the 40s.
Yeah. There's people who live to be 150.
10? 110? Okay.
You're going to be a 110-year-old for sure.
I think so.
Mike's family, like...
They're all basically go to octogenarians. Oh, wait. Centarians?
Centarians.
Yeah, not octogenarians.
I don't know what that is.
80s. No, they all live to be like 100 years old. So he's going to be stuck with me.
I don't...
And you, for that matter. You're going to be stuck with me, too.
Living that long.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
56 is sounding...
Oh, no, you can't leave me alone at 56. You got to stick around a little longer.
You'll be fine. You'll be 60. You'll be...
50s are like very young now.
It's like the 30s now.
Yeah. I don't know. 56, I think that's the magic number.
My parents are just getting into their 60s, but like...
They're still kicking it hard probably, right?
Oh, yeah. Vacations and still just want to go to country music festivals and...
Well, this brings it back around to like what we talked the first time. And joking aside, like looking younger, if you look at sitcoms from the 60s and 70s, and when you actually see how old the people are that were in those things, a lot of them were like 30s and 40s, and you're like, geez, you look like you're 20 years older than what we would categorize as 30s and 40s now these days. So.
And without work. Well, except for working out.
Well, he's going to be a power lifter.
Little
shout out to Progressive Performance there.
True that. The Redmond Ridge branch opening soon.
That one's for you, Jimmy.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor though.
And Ellen, although they should be sponsors. I'll wear the shirt next time and promote it.
No, it's a good week. We did the walkthrough out there in the Carnation area.
Yep.
And that was good. It's always nice when you do those walkthroughs and you have that opportunity to say, hey, we're not here to tell you to gold plate your fixtures and, add some kind of odd feature about the house, like and this is what's going to sell it. No, we're here to like, these are the things that we could see from your biggest canvases, your walls, your floors, landscaping, things like that. And if we do these things, we really see this will really help your value. And then when the seller is like, okay, I was all prepared to have to kind of justify, but like, they get it. We're not trying to spend all your money, but certainly in this particular case, there is a need. As an example, there's like 5 different types of flooring material just on the main floor. And there's some, it's destabilizing when you're going from room to room and the floors keep changing. Yeah. And you're going to look down instead of around. So part of that walkthrough was really nice was that you can make your case. Here's what we would suggest. And when the client's like, oh, okay, great, awesome, and then when everything lined up, we're like, this is the day we're going to go out there. All of our vendors are like, great, we'll see you there. So
that part was crazy because we just got the confirmation yesterday that they're going to be out this certain day and we can bring everyone out. So next Thursday, everyone's coming out to this location, and everyone had availability between 9:30 and 10:30. And so it was just like inspection, flooring guy, painter, plumber, stager,
Tile guy can't make it out though and the only reason being
landscaper.
The only reason because of where he's coming from, he didn't quite realize how far it is, so we're just gonna video conference him in.
Oh, that's fine.
That's easy. So it was good.
Yeah, but it never really. You're like, can you be out there around like 9:30, 10? And they're like, not that day or this other day, and it was just like everything lined up. So
Or you kind of feel like Comcast. We'll be out there between 6 a.m. and
Yeah.
6 p.m.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
like, so
Sweet.
I'm just supposed to
Hang out.
hang out.
Maybe
Yeah,
we'll just do this from there.
Yeah. And
We're
then
still here waiting.
6 p.m. comes along, and they're like, hey, we're 45 minutes out, and you're like, oh,
Are
cool.
you now? Are you now?
That's awesome.
What else? We just walked a really amazing house for a client down in Seattle this morning.
It was really cool. Like, you see a lot of houses that are kind of the same. This one was really different. It was, but it was only built in 2007.
Well, that's the thing. You see homes that are like along the spectrum, right? Like older homes have a certain type of character and finish level, and newer homes have, generally speaking, these kinds of finishes and this. But this is a newer home, but that has older world realities to it. A kind of a previous generation of a bygone time of material choices, and it's nice because it's new, but it's old. It's got hickory floors with planks that are like a foot wide. You don't see that.
Well, in the door. Like, as
Oh,
soon
it's
as
got
you
a Dutch door when you walk in the front door.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
then
cool.
you walk in, and typically back in the like 60s, 70s, there was these huge slate tiles when you would walk in. Well, they did the same thing. They just modernized it. So it was like little tiny versions of the slate tile upon entry, which was
It's kind of like, it's like kind of a river rock smoothed out finish. It looks really good.
And what was the carpet looking thing that went on the stairs?
It was a runner.
Yeah, but it was like
It was like a tweed almost.
so cool. But everything was like really thought out.
A really good job on execution.
They had like half shutters on the windows, which was really cool. Yeah, just everything. You could tell someone who built that house to live there and lived there for a while versus someone who was just like, I need to sell. I'm gonna do these upgrades and call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it to the tens.
Well, and the kicker for it too is in all the years we've worked together, Eric's like, I've never seen you that excited about a house.
He must have said, like, I love this about something at the very least 7 times. Non-exaggeration.
Yeah.
Good house then.
It's like, if the general expectation might be, oh, well, is it a waterfront home that has all these? No, this is a regular home in a regular neighborhood. But based off what the clients have mentioned is important to them, and this weird like nexus of things, and then melding old and new together, I was like, that's a special house.
Mm-hmm.
Like my houses that we live in or that we own, I would never consider any of them special houses. They're houses that met the need. In this particular case, I could count on one hand the number of times I've sold a house where it was like, that's a special house because everything that they ever wanted and things that they hadn't even thought about were there.
Yeah.
And it's in the area. It was a block from where he used to live when they first met. They know the area well. Like I said, the old and the new, just right size Goldilocks sized backyard, the room for his shop, all these things that they're looking for, it's there. We're not having to try to figure something out. Those are cool to see. We saw one of those today.
What neighborhood was that?
We were up in Wedgwood.
Wedgwood, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Seattle, yeah.
That's close to my house.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was cool. I liked that house.
And let's see, I had a visitor this week, Ashton.
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel good. Okay, well, you're gonna come to work with Daddy. Set up the space under the desk that we have behind me. He's got his tablet. He's got a comforter on the ground. He's got pillows. He's got snacks. He's got drinks. He's just chilling,
Yeah,
having a
he
great
was.
old time. Soon as Mommy comes to pick him up, I don't feel good. I'm sick. And I'm looking around, like he looks like he's borderline in tears.
Mhm.
And I'm like, we're looking at each other like, that was not him for the past 4 hours.
Yeah, when she showed up, Mike was on the phone. When Julia showed up, he was on the phone. And as soon as she walked in the room, he was like, like the vomit sound. I was like, okay, he did that when he first got here, but he hasn't done that since. And she goes, no, he recognizes my presence. He knows I'm here. And so it was just like, there was a little cough here and there, but this one was like the cough throw up sound. And so she immediately got down and I was like, that's not how it's been the whole time.
He's
been
drinking
there.
protein drinks.
He's been hungry. He's needed to go to the bathroom. He's wondering what's for lunch. He's watching his little shows. We have so if we have to do like some client staging, we have
extra
stuff. So we have various like little plant things or the lemon bowl holder, but we also have like bedspread that goes over. And so whenever the kids come in and they're not feeling well, we pull out the bedspread and the extra pillows and they get essentially a little fort underneath the desk.
Yep.
Every time, so they know. And
I
then
want
they have
to
like
go
they
down
have
there
a toy,
sometime and just hang out under there.
the toy section, yeah.
So yeah, he was doing just fine. He ate his goldfish. He ate his whatever the other things that he ate were. Apple. Mom walks in the door.
Yeah.
So I was concerned, and I called Julia up later once I know she's home. Like, how's he doing? Because he seemed to take a dive there at the end. She goes, nah, he's fine.
Yeah.
He's watching a show. He's playing around in the room or whatever. It's like, I swear I took care of him.
How convenient.
But yeah,
Boys and their moms.
dude, a little over the top.
I'm trying to think what else.
Oh, we did our little shorts, Instagram reel type things.
Like the trending type
things.
Oh,
videos. Yeah. Yep. So we
did
I think we got like 3 different.
We did the one where it's like, was it when you're with your brother or whatever or something like that, and one brother's working on their laptop and the other brother comes in and like closes their laptop, or it's like when your brother comes in and like the sister's laying on the bed and he likes turning on and off the lights and slams the door and throws things on the ground and then walks out of the room. Do you know that one I'm talking about?
It's basically like when your coworker becomes your sibling, and so instead of him coming in and working, I'm working. He's like making paper airplanes and throwing them at me, or I'm working and then he throws all of my papers on the side and
Closes
slings
his
my
laptop.
Yeah.
It was I was in heaven doing that one.
Yeah.
I wish we had more takes. It was only we did them all in one take though.
There's one of them where I don't know if it was on the recording, but like you were jumping up and down with excitement.
Because we were matching.
I know. Yeah, that's the one time that I endorse the matching.
And on my birthday.
And on your birthday, yeah. Those are the 2.
You are in my phone with us having a matching picture. Or I texted you. That's cool about Snapchat.
That too. Yeah.
Oh!
But mine is the one where people voted who wore it better.
That just ruined it.
So it's like Eric 78%.
background for the two of us.
Yeah.
And yours is something snarkier.
That's the same. It's the exact same background, just a screenshot.
With who wore it better?
Yeah. That's equally as...
I think that is a little bit of a commentary on our relationship.
How?
Just mine's pure love.
No, it's not. It's
just pure love.
There's no way.
I made a friendship steak bowl for you.
I show up every day. The things that we don't want to go through the checklist of things that Eric does. That's for sure. Because there's a lot of things for sure that you're not even aware of that I'm just like, yeah.
He tolerates me.
There for sure is mutual love. I'm just letting you know mine is just not as like loud as yours.
It's true. I was literally vibrating with joy when we got to do one of the reels that we did, which is crap. Well, someone's got to change or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Because we're both wearing the same outfit. You show up to work together. So
that one's coming soon. There was one more. Oh, Abby wanted to do the one where it was the social media person is like, hey, we got to record some stuff. And so you're annoyed looking.
We did that one really well because we're sitting there. We open our computers. Like if this was an Olympic sport, we got a 10 out of 10 on opening our computers.
Oh, that was the one where it's like 9 o'clock, you start working, 9:01.
Drinking.
Yeah.
Like if you watch this, we weren't looking at each other perfect. Unison.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe a 9.8.
That one will be good because I feel like Eric's had plenty of practice at looking annoyed with working with you over the years.
I think all of the videos I look annoyed. Truthfully.
Every video we've ever done, including the shorts from the reels from this, there'll be like a...
Those are not unwarranted, though. I just don't understand why you think that that's a bad thing. It's just...
I don't. If you changed yourself, I don't know what I would do.
No, I'm going to. Tomorrow. New Eric.
He's going to show up with his powerlifting shirt on and Birkenstocks and jeans with holes in them.
I was thinking cutoffs.
Do it.
With boots.
Do it.
Yeah. I think that's going to be my new... I'm going to target the valley. That's where I'm trying to grow my business right now. Snoqualmie Valley, and I feel like cut off jeans with some boots will give me some business.
In your Porsche.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could see you having fun with getting instructed to throw paper airplanes at Eric. It's like Christmas and New Year's and all your birthday all wrapped up. Like today what we're going to do is we're going to dress alike, which I love matching with him, and you get to be like the annoying brother, and he gets to be like the responsible brother. Like to make that paper airplane, like that was a legitimate paper airplane I threw at you.
It
flew straight at your back.
Yeah, I have the
Boom.
paper cut back there. It's there. It's scarring.
I was actually a little worried because that was.
Yeah, you threw it hard.
Did I? Well, I needed to make sure it hit you.
It did. I felt it. It was like...
Never mind,
like
I wasn't even me to you. I was much closer.
Think of like a nail gun at close range.
Poof.
Yeah, it was there.
It was made out of flyer paper, which we use waterproof.
Yep.
So it's got a different texture and integrity to it. So when that thing's turned into a paper airplane.
Yeah, he was in there like practically measuring its foldability to throw at me.
Or so we're excited for those.
Because Abby was like, crumble something and throw it at him. He's like, oh, I'm making a hurtful airplane to demolish your back.
It's with love. But that was fun. We did that this week. Those are always fun to do. Like quarterly we do those. And so it's basically there's accumulation of time spent on reels and like what's funny to us, and that was these sequence of clips are really funny. So we got to do that yesterday. That was fun. It's been a Didn't we get a home under contract this week? Our listing.
Oh, yes.
Ha! We did that too.
We got one of our listings under contract.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah, it was it's a client that's looking to transition to something bigger, and this was a first home for them. And their life has changed from when I sold it to them to now. Now in a relationship, and things are going in a different trajectory from kind of that static moment in time when they bought. So it's all been really, really good. And this was that first step that allows them to move on to the rest of life in that as in that regard. So it was good for them. It was a good week.
Yeah. Almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
Where's that one located?
That the sale was down in Renton.
Mhm.
So we have a little bit of time to wait for that to close, but then they'll get spun up for a purchase. So,
and then 2 more listings coming on week after week next week. So that's been occupying a lot of my time.
On a little bit on one side though, we did have a situation this week where, because it's not always wins.
Yeah, I know that one. I thought about that one too.
It's not always wins. We have a client who we actually had to cancel the listing, and not because she wasn't happy with us. We're going to be relisting it at a later date, but just a whole situation where we have an HOA where when we listed the home, there's a collection of documents that we want to get to know kind of where things are at. But these documents are expensive. So in this particular case, we already had a round of these documents that were from when it was previously listed. Game plan is we're going to reorder those documents when we have a prospective buyer. Mm-hmm. The HOA was aware of stuff, but it wasn't really disclosed in the documents that we had. So we actually didn't know about it. Because it's one of those, you don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah. And HOAs meet every month, so you don't.
Well, they weren't even talking about this particular problem. Fast forward to about a month ago, then there's a unit that's under contract in there that's trying to sell and they can't sell. And it's all come to light now in the past month and a half that they were aware of these problems, stopped talking about it, no work was done. This was years ago they became aware of it, but they don't even mention it anywhere. It would be like, hey, your check engine light is on, and you go into it and disconnect the light, and you're driving along like you don't even know that something's wrong. And then let's plug it back in. Hey, you got a fuse disconnect here. Let's plug it back in, and your whole dashboard lights up with problems now. What could have been resolved was not. We found out about it. Now there's a component where it's not conventionally kind of warrantable.
Yeah.
So we have to take it down.
Which just means like you can't get financing.
You'd have to go non-warrantable type of financing, and that's not something that's an option for this particular. Yeah.
So that was unfortunate because it's a good client.
But we have a game plan. Unfortunately, the game plan relies on the HOA. Now that it's kind of been laid bare, the HOA getting on point to start to move this forward and fix it. Once that's been established and we know how much it's going to cost, who's doing the work, and when are we starting, then we can look back at getting it approved for conventional types of financing again, but we're not there yet. So it's not always wins. That was not a loss, but it's like
we care about our clients, so it's not fun when we can't help them achieve their goals either, and it's just like, damn it.
Yeah. She just asked us, well, what's next? I was like, here's our game plan.
Yeah.
Now that it has been brought to our attention what's going on, here's the game plan. And right now that starts with the canceling the listing. Mm. And I'm going to have some conversations. I was talking with Banner Bank last night and 2 nights ago. Arch, we're going to talk with them.
Yeah. Figure out a solution.
Or just how to light a fire under the HOA to start to move this forward. So that was unfortunate. Yeah. But overall, on the balance, it was a good week.
Yeah. I went to a broker's open yesterday up in Grand Ridge. Set up in the Issaquah Highlands. Grand Ridge? Grand View.
Well, are you all up at the top?
Very top.
Yeah. You drove past our house up, but we have up there, and then you drove past The listing up there? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
way
was
over the
like
top.
5 point something million. It was,
Jeez.
as soon as you walked in, it was like Chihuly chandelier. Double island.
You
in
don't
the
have one of
kitchen.
those?
Not yet.
Oh,
Yeah. No, coming soon for sure.
coming soon.
Um, the really cool thing was the wine cellar.
How many
It was-
bottles? 2,000?
So many. But the way that they had the door down there, and you could take an elevator from
That's nice.
any of the three floors. Yeah, and the closet for the primary was like a 3-bedroom house. Yeah, I mean it was mostly actually I would say all of it was the like ladies' shoes and clothes. I saw like this big of a section for the guys' clothes, but everything else was like her shoes, her clothes, her jewelry, her makeup station. Um, it was, I mean, it was a cool home to go through. It's just like, holy cow, they love the Huskies.
Oh,
Their
good.
their dishwashers were purple,
Are you serious?
like stained purple. Mm-hmm.
In a $5 million home.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's a choice.
Yep, heated. Every bedroom was an ensuite, so it all had its own individual bathroom. Okay, crazy thing. I'm walking into each bedroom. It's still homeowner occupied. So the homeowner's living there, it's not staged. So I go into one of the bedrooms, which is like pink. So it's the daughter's room, kid's room. And I was walking over and there's a bunch of stuffed animals and I see this one and it looks like a taxidermy cat. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Nope, real cat. Startled. So, but brokers opens, those are fun. You just get to go tour homes that other agents, either Windermere or not, have listed, and it's an opportunity for them to showcase them and allow you to advertise the home for them too. So,
And historically, they would, depending on what area you were in, those would occur on certain days and times in the week. They still do that?
yeah, there's still a lot of
They still
broker open-
sequence it by areas and so on. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool. I don't think that I won the $250 Carmine's gift card. So unfortunately,
I got a
when Jared and
Starbucks
I
gift.
go to dinner,
I got a Starbucks gift card for you in the other room there. It's the same.
no, Carmine's and Starbucks? You can't put those together.
Yeah, but it's not something you had. You get it for free.
I mean, Starbucks is doing free refills now, so really get your money's worth.
There we go. Well, the more you know.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. That's the. I'm very excited to go to Starbucks instead of Carmine's.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could
Homemade
help.
pasta sounds not as good as like
It's
Starbucks.
this is like the beignet conversation all over again.
How?
Just
Me cooking my own donuts versus
Starbucks is just as
Cafe du Monde. It's
Starbucks.
like
I
it's
think
Cafe
I
du
think it's from the
Monde.
heart. It was from the heart.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's always from the heart with you.
I doubt it.
Carmine's pretty good though.
I mean, that's good. Yeah, it's a solid place. They have good cocktails. I like sitting at the bar. Did we go there for your birthday?
No, it wasn't Allison's.
Maybe it was Allison's. I know we've been there twice. For 2 different reasons.
Yeah, I think one of
For
them
work stuff,
was
yeah.
Allison's. Yeah.
Yeah, Carmine's solid. Love a good restaurant.
Yeah. Busy weekend coming up. And then next week will be hectic.
Oh yeah, this weekend I'm installing baseboards, doing some outlet installs.
Do you have your nail set?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Landscaping, and it's going to be pouring down rain, so I'm super excited about the landscaping.
This is at your house.
No,
Next door?
no, it's well, this will be posted already, so it doesn't matter. It's the North Bend
Oh yeah, yeah,
North
yeah.
Bend house. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting that prepped. It comes on Friday.
Do you need a chop saw?
I feel like I probably have one in there. My dad buys multiple tools and they're in my shed.
Okay, let me know, because I could lend you mine.
Okay. Yeah, so all weekend is work, open houses, community stuff, listing prep again on Monday. So,
Well, thank you for joining us on episode 7 here. I'm Dale, and that's Brennan for Property Pairings. Remember to click like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
cheers.